Hi, everyone. Plastic EP here coming in from America with Cathy CC Carlson with me. We've got two very special guests, haven't we, Cathy?
We certainly do, and I can't wait to hear all about it and what they're up to.
And I'll let you introduce them to us.
Okay, we have Ray Mussell and we have Aaron Pritchett, and they're both from British Columbia, and they're on an island. Can you tell us where you are? Everyone would love to live in an island, so this is awesome.
Okay, I can start. So if you can see behind my head, there's an island on my wall. That's Vancouver Island. So it's just across the Strait of Georgia from the mainland of British Columbia. And we're pretty much right in the middle of it on the east coast of Vancouver Island in a town called Nanaimo.
Oh, goodness.
And Aaron, you look very happy there in Canada, and you're one of the biggest stars there in country music. And let me tell you, if I come down there, we're going to have a beer together. And I got relatives in Ontario, Kitchener. How are you out there? Make sure you're watching the show. I hope my relatives are tuned in. Now, welcome to Gemstars Stars.
Thanks.
She's my kind of girl. She's my kind of girl. Soon you'll be close to me, 'cause you mean the most to me. You're my kind of girl. Yes, you're my kind of girl. Right, welcome back, and we're talking today about a song that's been already released in Canada. Now, July the 2nd, which is tomorrow, I believe, you guys, right? The song's called Still You Breathe. There it is. You guys are looking fantastic there. Tell us a little bit about the song, how it's written, how it came about. Let's talk about that first.
Okay, I can get started with that. I was approached back in March of 2021 to add some chords and a voice to a song that this lady had put together. Her name is Sheila Moore, for a person that has advocated for people who have received organ transplants to get them healthy again and get them back, back home and safe. And so it takes a lot to do that kind of stuff. Like, they were housing these folks, they were feeding them, they were providing care, guidance, mentoring, all kinds of stuff. And so the song was written in recognition of a fellow by the name of Morris Irvine, who spearheaded this program, who was a double lung transplant recipient himself. And so hence the name of the song, Still You Breathe. So all it was just a message to donors that, the thankful nature of Morris's, his mission, and what he wanted to give back, because it gave him a second chance at life. And he was so grateful that, for the longest while, he was funding this stuff out of his own pockets. So it was a remarkable story. And somewhere in the mix of all of this, it was tied into the Boulets, Toby and Bernie Boulet, whose son Logan Boulet was lost his life in a bus crash here in Canada with a bunch of other hockey players, and he had donated some organs, and it created a thing called the Logan Boulet effect, which was a massive reaction to all of this, and so this whole thing was all tied together. And in recognition of Morris Irvine's efforts, we wrote this song.
Wonderful. Now, Aaron, you both produced, Aaron and Ray, this song, right? Is that correct?
Well, yeah, along with my my oldest son Jordan and his fiance Danielle, who are also a musical duo called Cross Parallel. And all together, the four of us basically put our heads together, and with Ray's talent in writing and along with Sheila Moore, we took that song and hopefully turned it into something that we're all very, very proud of, but hopefully the world loves it as much as we do.
You know what? I'm really impressed with you guys, right? Ray's been in the business nearly 50 years, right? He's got his own record company called Mussell Records. And yourself, Aaron, You chart like there's no tomorrow. Top 10 hits, number ones, like 30 number 20 songs. I mean, they love you out there. What is it like being embraced by everybody, let's say in Canada and the world? Tell me about that, because that is interesting.
Well, yeah, first and foremost, there's nothing else I know how to do. I can't do anything else. Maybe pump gas. That's about it. But I didn't really start at a very young age, but once I got into it, I really started to roll, met the right people, made the right choices, and eventually just continued to have radio success. And I still do. I'm releasing a single myself here in Canada in probably July or so, with keeping up with all the younger kids out there and what they're putting out. And still gotta keep up to those young whippersnappers out here. But nonetheless, if it helps, my name lends a hand to raising money and funds and awareness for things like this, obviously, like the organ and tissue donation and transplant recipients. Definitely anything I can do to help. And if it means, taking the 30 years plus that I have in the industry and success that I've had over the years, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and help others out.
Well, that's wonderful. I was reading somewhere that 77% of Canadians are still waiting for organs. So there's a lot of people on that list. I mean, what can we do to help out? You're doing the song as well, and you have the Green Day. Can you talk about that, Ray? You were associated with Green Day?
Yeah, the association through Green Shirt Day, which was inspired by the Logan Boulet effect, is their motto or their mantra is be inspired, tell your family, and register your intent. And that's your intent to donate. And that was the whole goal of the initial release of this song, was to bring awareness that this is actually it's a pretty big deal, and it transcends everything. There's nothing political or any other sort of incendiary factor about this. It's completely innocuous in that way. It's just what it is. It's organ donation. It saves people's lives. It makes a difference. And in reality, it was something that, Aaron and I both, when we talked about it, realized, well, we've both been organ donors for as long as we can remember. And it just kind of brought it back to the surface for us a little bit. And we felt that it was really worthwhile to go after it. So that was the message that we wanted to send with this song, was be inspired, tell your family, register your intent.
Now, I've got to say, I've seen the video on YouTube, and I want everyone out there as well after the show to go to YouTube and see the actual video, because, I mean, there's a lot of effort been put into it. It's not only a song, but as I said, it's got a very strong message. What is the link there to the YouTube for this video and other music?
You can find it, even if you were just to pull up my name, Ray Mussell YouTube, it shows up. It's the first thing that shows up. Still You Breathe, official video, shows up there on YouTube. It's on all the major streaming platforms in its entirety. And yeah, it's all over the place right now.
Wonderful. Now, Aaron, you got signed in 2008. You won you won an artist competition first, but then you also the production company was called Nickelback. So could you talk about it a little bit, your career?
Well, as it happens, yeah, I played in the clubs, the country clubs here in British Columbia and Alberta, some in Saskatchewan, over 10 years before I had any success at radio and started recording after those 10 years. And, I got signed to a small label, eventually to Universal Canada, and Nickelback affiliated company called 604 Records, which is our prefix in the phone book. It's 604 for our province at the time. So 604 Records took me over. That was another gentleman and Chad Kroger, who's the lead singer for Nickelback. So they were instrumental in creating one album for me, and then Chad and I still remain friends. But I eventually moved on to another record label, and now I'm signed as a personal artist to a different label called Big Star. But now I'm working alongside Ray with Mussell Records, and very proud of it. And kind of learning an inside and outside of the business that I didn't really know, and I'm still kind of learning to some degree, but also come armed with a lot of knowledge.
Now, I've got to ask you, Ray, not only do you do a lot of work with your record company, Mussell Records, but you're also behind the scene and you do a lot of work with up-and-coming artists. I mean, tell me what that's really like when you get so much, how can I say, enjoyment out of what you do, the passion you have for music, not only being a performer, but also helping the up-and-coming artists. I mean, that must give you a lot of satisfaction.
It's for me now at the stage of my life that I'm in. I think I kind of get a little bit more out of seeing that happen. It's been an absolutely magical experience as far as any of that goes. I watched, for instance, Aaron's son and future daughter-in-law, Jordan and Danielle. They're world-class singers, world-class songwriters, and world-class musicians. And we recorded a song recently with them that we just released here in Canada, and the video will be on YouTube in a couple of weeks. A song called "Better with Time," and just seeing things go from the germ of an idea to what they become, with in this context, from the other side of the microphone and on the other side of the mixing board is pretty magical. And then to be able to work with somebody like Aaron, that's I've been a fan of Aaron Pritchett for as long as Aaron Pritchett was recording music and getting hits. So I always liked what I saw with Aaron. We met at a family reunion 6 years ago and truly became really friends when we discovered that we both lived in Nanaimo. And so to see this come to fruition with Aaron's son and future daughter-in-law, my kids, my niece, Chantel Mussell, it's really beyond description. I can't really even say all of the things that happen. I remember standing in the back of the studio with my daughter tracking her very first song, tears pouring out, because it was so dramatic, and then experiencing exactly that same emotion watching Danielle sing a song called "Outside Looking In."
Wow. So can I ask, is it in the country genre? What type of genres are they in now with their music and songs?
Well, that's the beautiful thing. Yeah, the beautiful thing about this is that we're not genre specific. The artists that are coming out with music. So Jordan and Danielle come from a country background, basically because of me. But it's not necessarily country music that they want to be playing. This new single that they have, for example, has a little bit of country, but it's got a little R&B, it's got some soul, it's got some a little bit of folk to it, a lot of pop. So it's all over the place, and yet it's an amazing sounding song. As well as with Georgia, for example, Ray's daughter Georgia, who goes by Crow. Her music is really like a Billie Eilish style stuff, but with a little bit of different, spin on it. So it's multi-genre. I mean, not only are the songs that we're going to be releasing considered multi-genre, but the music they are making is literally multi-genre. Our label will be considered a multi-genre label.
Now, I just want to tell everybody again, it's already released in Canada. Make sure you go out and you buy the song Still You Breathe. Check the video out. What a cause, what an idea. And as I said, what an execution. Now, before we say goodbye to you, I just want to ask you, tell us about all your links. Tell us anything else the fans need to know about the particular song. And I just want to, really congratulate you on doing something that's so worthwhile for everyone out there in the world.
Okay, I'll start a little bit and then I'll let Aaron take over. So the song is available for streaming, download on every major platform out there, like through our distributors. It goes through to everybody: Apple Music, iTunes, all of them. I don't even know all the names of them. I was looking at the list, and I think there were 35 or 40 different platforms. Are there not, Aaron?
Yeah, something like that. There's about that. Yeah, and you can also go to musclerecords.com as well as on Instagram, Twitter, all the major social media platforms as well. So, and it's just at Mussell Records, Mussell, not Mussell, but the other way.
Fantastic. Now, Cathy, before we go, if you've got any further questions, go for it, and I'll let you wrap up the show.
Okay, now do your family members go by a band name, or they just go by their own names? I mean, yeah. How do
Well, with
they
Ray's,
market?
with Ray's daughter, she's going by Crow. So on Instagram, you'll be able to find her that way, and all the social media platforms. Chantel is Chantel Mussell, and as well as Jordan and Danielle, my son and his fiance, they actually go by Cross Parallel. So they can all be found on online. Ray Mussell is Ray Mussell at Ray Mussell.
And also I was a front man for a band for, I don't know, it was a long time, called Paradise Motel. So some of my stuff is released under that banner as well.
Yep.
Excellent. I've seen it there. So that's wonderful. I'm so excited. This has been a wonderful interview, and you guys are totally amazing, helping all those people that need organs and get the message out. And I can't even express my gratitude to you guys.
Well, one of the things we would like to say too is, some of the proceeds, royalty proceeds and such, like from this song, Still You Breathe, will go to organizations that support organ donation and organ and tissue donation and transplant. So it does reach far, and there is benefit ongoing for many people.
Yep.
Wonderful. All right. Well, we look forward to your upcoming concerts and everything new having to do with what you're doing. It's great. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Cathy.
Thank you,
Cathy.
Cathy.
Thank you, Plastic.
Thanks a lot. I want to tell you, not only that, the world loves you guys. Keep up the great work. And as I said, I'll come to Canada. We're going to meet up somewhere in one of these bars and have a drink and celebrate the great work that you're doing. I promise you. I'll look you up. Thanks again. And we'll see you soon, everyone out there. Bye.